All right, what's up, guys? Just a quick update on my situation, and if you guys have been following, you already know what's been happening. And I'm sorry if I kind of look like just like like blah, but I guess this is the way I feel right now. So, uh, first of all, don't mind the background noise. That's my daughter watching videos. So there's great news. My wife, she's still on the ventilator, but somehow she's reacting now, to questions, and of course she can't talk. She's starting to move. Um, Honestly, it's a miracle, especially from how she was in the beginning. I mean, the doctors basically told me, she wasn't gonna make it, and just to see this much progress has been awesome. And also another thing that is really great is that they did CT scans, and she has no, you know, they say she didn't have a stroke. They didn't find anything like any mass inside her head, or any blood clot. So that's good. That's really good. That's really great news. But it is hard still seeing her the way she still is. Of course, there hasn't been any kidney function. I'm thinking, I'm not too sure. They had mentioned something about her liver. But I mean, as far as brain wise, her brain is fine, which is probably one of the greatest news I've gotten, so far. And but it's just hard, seeing your spouse, or I mean, you can imagine even a son or anybody just in that position, in this situation, um, and then you just feel powerless because you cannot help them. So it's just it's hard. You're there. You're just trying to stay tough and not make it like a big deal, I guess. And you also have to stay strong, so that that person won't feel like, oh, this is worse than I thought. So one of the biggest things that I was afraid of was that maybe she wouldn't remember me, or maybe she'd like, you know, tell me to go away. But apparently she does recognize me, and she does recognize she gave birth. Um, Although right now she doesn't really she can't talk. So but she does move her arm, one of her arms, and she was trying to point to something, but I really couldn't understand. And for reasons that the nurses told me, I didn't, I wasn't able to stay there for as long as I wanted. So because she still is in a delicate situation. There's possibilities of infections and all that stuff. So there's still a lot going on, like they said, and there's still a long road to recovery. But these baby steps, I guess, have been great. Have been great. The doctors are very happy with how the whole her progress has been going. Because they did. I mean, one of the doctors, since the other doctors weren't there at the time, one of the doctors just told me, hey, you need to call your her mom and her dad, because she might not make it. this night. It looks like she's not gonna make it. Just her blood pressure was way low. She was rejecting the. Uh, I think her body was just chewing up the blood platelets, and there's so much going on that it looked basically they had given up hope. But I did tell them, I respect you guys as doctors, and I know, it takes time to become a doctor, but have faith. God's gonna intervene. He's gonna give you guys the wisdom to find whatever you need to find, or well, basically to find a solution to to prevent her from dying. So basically what she had was AFE, and I really would like somehow to bring awareness to this, just because it's really rare and it's unheard of, and usually about 80% of the women that have it, that go through that, die within the first hour. So it's for all you women out there, I give you guys props and mad respect, because childbirth is no joke. After seeing this, I'm actually a little traumatized, but after seeing this, it's childbirth is very dangerous. Things can go south quickly. You can go into DIC after delivery. So I mean, it's something. It's beautiful, but it's scary at the same time. So basically all I wanted to do is just give you guys an update. I need to go to sleep. I've been tired. The first few days I would stay there at the hospital and I wouldn't sleep, just because my wife was so extremely critical. But I did need to catch up on my sleep and put my kids to bed. I know it's late and I feel bad because they're up this late, but I need to put them to bed. We usually go to bed by like 8:39 p.m. So, anyways, thank you guys for all your prayers and positive thoughts and well wishes. I thank you guys so much. There's a lot of people praying for her. An amazing amount of people, and for those that have donated for the GoFundMe, thank you so much, guys. I mean, right now I'm just trying to figure out what's next, and I want to get back to work as soon as possible, but I need to find out what's next. I don't want my wife to end up regressing if I were to leave right now back to work. So that was one of my biggest concerns, as as she is getting better, and I will give you guys updates. You just gotta have faith. I think faith is really big. You use faith, and you don't even know that we use faith. In everyday life. So faith is a big thing. I think so. Thank you guys. Have a great night. Cherish your loved ones. I mean, I can't stress that enough. Cherish your loved ones, appreciate them, because you just never know when they might not be there to be loved. So thank you guys. Thank you for your prayers, well wishes, and just thank you guys. All right.